Welcome everybody to Pillar to Post, Fightful's version of Around the Horn. We are back after taking like a month off, but we are here and we have a tremendous lineup, quite possibly one of the best lineups we've ever had on this show. An all-star lineup, action-packed. We have a great show. Everybody tune in right now. Pillar to Post first from Sour Graps, from every review show of WWE, fresh off of a 5-hour NXT review last night. It is Kate. Kate is here. Hello, Kate.
A pithy 2 hours last night. Thank you very much. Very happy to be back. Not at all suspicious of the fact that there's a Grapsody triple threat awaiting for me. I'm definitely not questioning the booking of this. I was not told before I agreed to appear today that was the case, but happy to be here nonetheless. And congratulations to you, Jeremy, the recently engaged.
Thanks. Thank you. We're going to show that, you can only do like 20 minutes. You're going to learn how to do 20 minutes of podcasting here on this show, Kate, instead of 5 hours. So. It is a Grapsody showdown. It is. And first, we have Phil Lindsey from Grapsody. You can check it out every Saturday at noon Eastern on Fightful. Phil, how you doing?
I'm here, man. I'm not fresh off the boat like Kate is with the natty stuff last night, but I'm in the building. What's going on, guys?
Good to have you, Phil. Phil making his Pillar to Post debut on the show. Another debut, fresh off of just tweeting and apparently setting his mentions on fire, and now he's going to strike first and ignore all the replies. It is Will Washington, and fresh off of a shout out on Talk is Jericho, it's Will Washington.
That is me. Thank you for having me, Mr. Lambert.
Thank you. That's the Canadian version of my name. It's hockey playoff season, so that makes sense. And returning, the reigning, defending, only undisputed champion of Pillar to Post, Righteous Reg. Reg, how are you?
Best in the world. It's your boy, Media Man, your favorite writer, your favorite rapper, your favorite podcaster. I have black fingernails and I hate the WWE. Shout out to that guy in my DMs yesterday. We in the building, baby. It's Pillar to Post. I'm about to go again in the fucking building.
You can't just leave that. What are you talking about?
That's it. We're moving on. Yo, it's me, Righteous
Oh, we're not
Reg,
moving
Media
on.
Man.
Wait, what is black fingernails?
What? There was a guy in my mentions yesterday, or in my DMs, saying I need to shut up about WWE. I talk too much crap about WWE, and something about me having black fingernails. And so that's it. We here. Let's go, baby.
How do you even know you have black fingernails?
I had black fingernails for one episode of Grapsody, so he looked at that episode and was like, this guy hates WWE. He's the worst. Stop talking about WWE. You're right, bro. WWE sucks. It's the worst show I've ever seen. I hope we don't have to talk about it today, honestly, because I'm going to be out first round.
I'm going to let anybody that's watching in on a secret. And I don't know if Red feels the same way, but if I make a joke about something and I think it's hilarious and other people are upset about it, I'm gonna get even more obnoxious. I'm gonna get even worse.
What do you think? I'm gonna be like, oh, you're right, dude. No, you're wrong. I'm right. I'm the right one. WWE sucks. That show sucks. They're the worst. Thank you.
The worst thing you could do is get upset if I am getting under your skin. Oh.
Guys, I had someone DM me that my review last night was unwatchable and then specifically tell me things from an hour and a half into the review.
This is so bad. It's been 2 hours. I just can't stop.
He used the word unwatchable and then cited specific references. People are nuts. You paint your fingernails black and you tell them, Reg.
I hope that becomes the trend. Just if you hate WWE, you have black fingernails, and then you see people on the streets with black fingernails. You hate WWE as well?
do.
Yeah. Bonded. Guys, this Pillar to Post, it works like Around the Horn. I give out random scores. It's all made up and completely arbitrary based on how I'm feeling. You can guess how this one's going to go. I've already let everybody in on the secret there. But we will talk about different topics. A lot of WWE talk just to piss off Reg and still put him into the finals. We have three rounds, I think. First round is two major overarching topics. Second round is push or bury. Third round, take your pick this week. And then we have finals between two people. Eliminations occur after the second and the third round. Let's get into it. First round, I'm going to start with Reg because he loves it. He loves the WWE. He loves WrestleMania Backlash.
Oh, God.
I know you're excited for WrestleMania Backlash, Reg.
Yes.
Do you feel duped by WWE, Reg, that we were going to have a unification match for the WWE Tag Team titles, and now it's just a six-man tag? Do you feel duped? Has WWE duped you, Reg?
Jeremy, you want more of these people in my DMs today, dude. How are you going to set me up with the question, has WWE duped me? They're the king and queens and people of dupers. All they do is ever do is dupe. Yes, they duped me. I was ready for this match, especially as the WWE tag division is god awful. You got to get a way to figure this thing out, and the only way to figure it out, I think that's actually the best unification out of all the unifications, is the tag unification, just because the division's so awful. So you tell me you're going to give me the match, and then you don't give me the match, you just combine the matches. I thought it was because Roman Reigns injured, but he's not. He's been wrestling all the time. So what the hell's going on here? Why you tell me you're going to give me a match and don't give me a match? Only thing I do like about this is it's not a fucking WrestleMania rematch. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I can say on it, I think.
Well, Brock's gone. Who's he gonna wrestle?
Phil, do you feel duped?
Oh no! In order to feel duped, you have to have expectations for something. I had no expectation for this match to happen, or be this big epic event that they were making it out to be. So no, I mean, it being the triple threat and them holding off for another pay-per-view, fine. It only makes the pay-per-view feel insignificant, but who cares? It's rematches anyway.
Will, you feel duped by the WWE?
I mean, I'm one of those people who is like, I've been advocating for about 2 years to just get rid of the brand split. So anything that gets anywhere closer to it, I'm like, yes. And then so for them to be like, all right, now it's time for the tag team titles. Yeah, I do kind of feel duped here. But then also, one of the things that I'm really big on is the fandom and the idea that, like, because I was watching Sean's mentions and all these people who are like, oh, it's a throwaway pay-per-view. And it's like, no, they sold 7,000 tickets to this. You can't throw that away. Like, there is no such thing as a throwaway show at all when you've sold tickets to it. And the fact...
It's a premium live event, Will. It's not a pay-per-view. All right? Please get that correct.
Figure
Kate,
it out, Will.
Do you feel duped by the WWE as the resident WWE defender?
Oh, okay. If I'm that, I don't feel duped because I didn't think this could get any worse. And darn it, they're so creative. They found a way to make it even worse. I thought they had just made one show completely irrelevant, but now they managed to make 2 shows completely irrelevant, and they keep unifying titles, so things feel less and less important. I don't feel duped. I think they're setting new levels of stupid, and that is something that we've never seen before. People are always saying, like, show me something I haven't seen before in wrestling. We have not seen anything this stupid in a really long time. So I think in an opportunity where you could have made it all of the titles on the line, why do that when you can make it none of the titles on the line? And then WrestleMania Backlash, you can do it there. You can unify them all there. It'll be great at WrestleMania Backlash.
That's the Raw after WrestleMania Backlash. So it's gonna be some backlash, and you're gonna get backlash, Kate. Don't worry about it. WWE's gonna give you the backlash.
We're gonna get Nakamura out of there. We're gonna put Drew back in here for some reason.
What happened to Nakamura?
Nakamura came out and said, "Hey, Roman," and then they just like beat him up, and we never seen him again. It was perfect.
Nah, man. Nakamura got that Dave Chappelle beating and got thrown up out of here, man.
They turned his arm like that and sent him on his way.
Has he been on television since losing? Or since, I guess,
he was out there as one of the lumberjacks.
Oh, my goodness.
That's great news.
Because he's been working house shows, so it's not like anything has changed or gone wrong. They just decided, nah, we're not doing that at all.
They're saving it. Let it play out.
Saving it. Oh my goodness.
They're saving it. You can't just give away Roman and Nakamura for no reason.
Saving it for
Let it play out.
Is there ever a reason?
Pay-per-view.
Hey, I know a reason.
Please.
A premium live event is a reason.
It's a PLE, guys. Get on
Now
board and get
he's
left
here.
behind, all right?
Good morning, Will Washington.
Hey, you know what? You know what? We're talking. Anytime we're talking WWE on this show, going forward, I will use only WWE terminology. It is premium live events. It is the WWE universe. They are titles. When they get hurt, they go to medical facilities.
Local medical facilities. Local medical facilities.
Undisclosed ones. Will, you are such a superstar. I'm so proud of you for your
Look at you guys.
jargon
Oh
switch.
God, my stomach hurts. I gotta go.
How is it? Wait, I think, Kate, you said it's like the stupidest thing they've done. They literally have a 24/7 title that is defended for like an hour a week.
Okay, so
This
if
whole company
everybody
is stupid.
is going to hate on WWE as the resident defender, I just want to point out that you have now mentioned two angles that are groundbreakingly stupid and the greatest stupid we've ever seen. That wrestling wedding where they were like, JK, we're all going to marry our own gender, and then
It was a
switched
commitment
and said that wasn't
ceremony.
PG.
It was a commitment
Come
ceremony,
on,
not a
no
wedding.
one's ever done that before. I don't think anyone's done a commitment ceremony. They've only done weddings. What do fans want? They keep saying, do new things, push the boundaries, change things. A commitment ceremony on screen. Mm-hmm. They do that. I'm going to say we, because I feel like I'm a part of the WWE universe.
You are.
Come on, man.
You are.
Like, you can't have it both ways. You want brand new stuff, and then we give you gold, like a 6-man non-unification match, and a commitment ceremony that somehow has to do with the 24/7 title, and you still complain, people like Reg. I'm in your DMs, Reg.
Oh, that was you?
On,
my fingernails are getting blacker as we speak.
Definitely not my burner.
Gotta make it a commitment ceremony, because if it's a wedding, someone might lose their job. So
it's true.
Oh, that's a great shot. That's a great shot, Phil.
Them Chicago-made Phils, I'm telling you.
Well, let's go into that and get off of WWE. Let's go into one of the Chicago-made Phils. It was announced last week. CM Punk, Hangman Page, AEW, Double or Nothing. Very simple question, and I will throw it to Kate first as the CM Punk fan. Not the person who made CM Punk cry, mind you, but the biggest CM Punk fan. Should CM Punk dethrone Hangman Page?
Yes. I think this is the perfect opportunity for CM Punk to turn heel. I think you can do incredible story, which is what everybody has been saying has been lacking from Hangman's reign going into this. And I think Kenny Omega coming back probably sooner rather than later, at least, could free Hangman up to get back involved in that picture if he wants to. Or you could have Kenny Omega coming back face and in Hangman's corner for some sort of rematch. I think that it opens a lot of creative new opportunities, and I think a heel CM Punk putting over a bunch of face young talent and wiping the slate clean from heel to face or face to heel again is something that is going to be very valuable for the roster. I think it could use a good refresh in that way.
Will, is Punk the man to dethrone Hangman?
Yes, but I'm going to disagree with what Kate said there. I don't think a heel turn is necessary at all. I don't think they're going to go with it. I think that CM Punk is at the moment the top babyface that AEW has. I think with them having multiple shows coming up in Chicago, especially, I think this is the great opportunity to bring him in and have the championship simultaneously be the biggest thing in the company, which it hasn't been in a while. I think Hangman Adam Page is actually having a solid reign as champion in terms of the types of defenses he's having and how I think they've all been kind of barn burners. But I do think that this is really a first for AEW. They haven't had a babyface scenario out on pay-per-view yet in the main event for the title. Because Moxley and Kenny was one, I suppose. But for the title, they have not had a babyface scenario. It's going to be the hottest match they can put on. I think that in doing that, giving people kind of the satisfactory title change is the way to go. And then honestly, I think there's more opportunities for CM Punk to face other heels in the company than there is for him to turn heel personally.
Phil?
I don't know, man. Part of me feels like get the cat excited, man, and have Punk come into United Center as champion. I feel like if you want him to main event that show, which makes a lot of sense, he should be champion. And if that's to set up a match with Okada, if that's a match with, I don't know, lingering Jay White hanging around, it makes the most sense. It's tough to call because I feel like there is reason that Hangman could still be champion, but it's just the fact that Forbidden Door is the exact next month that I'm like, yeah, it's probably time to make Punk champion.
And Reg?
I'm going to say no because of a point that I heard very recently from nobody currently in this podcast. Hangman is going to complete the all-out triad of possibilities. He's defeated Adam Cole. He's defeated Bryan Danielson. And then he will, at this pay-per-view, defeat CM Punk. I think a lot of people know it's CM Punk. He doesn't really need the championship. I think it'd be a great thing to happen, but a championship is not really needed. I mean, all the matches that could be set up from here, just like based off pretty much off the MJF style of CM Punk thing is like, it's like nostalgia. It's like, I used to love CM Punk. I want to fight him. I want to do this. A championship doesn't really need to be there. I mean, if you want to have a couple of big moments with CM Punk as the champion, I get it. But I still think, Hangman Page as an original Hangman Page hater turned Hangman Page lover. I think he's been doing so many great things as the AEW World Champion, and I think a victory over CM Punk just puts him even higher up. I mean, we're all pretty much leading to MJF becoming the AEW World Champion. Who do you want to be the one that he dethrones? I think either one of these guys will be great. There's a great story to be told with MJF and Adam Page because they've both been around so long. They both were two people that at the beginning of AEW, people were like, these are the guys. So they can use that story to get there. CM Punk would also work, but I think, just telling a story with Adam Page and continuing his momentum could be great here with him defeating CM Punk.
Reg, you wanted Hangman to lose.
I said original hater, now lover, Jeremy. Things change, okay?
It's been the greatest story arc to happen over the 8 months that Grapsity's been on.
Honestly.
Where Reg has gone from the anti-Hangman guy to Hangman's my guy.
Yeah, no, Hangman can go, bro. Like, well, he hasn't had one world title match yet that didn't hit.
As the WWE defender, it makes me very happy to hear that it's possible for Reg to be won over. Like, if you originally hate something and then can turn...
He's not going to be won over by WWE.
Yeah, definitely
It's
not.
not gonna
I don't think so. Probably not. Yeah,
he's got the black nails painted.
My nails keep getting blacker every time WWE is said. It's just soon enough, my hand's gonna be like Venom or something. My whole hand's gonna be black.
Malachi Black, but like up your arm. I think you're gonna be in a purple light with Edge before you even know it.
Soon enough.
Any mention of
Day.
Edge, just completely, just another mute for Kate. We're not talking about that guy.
Oh, because he doesn't answer your open chat?
That's right. He's a little bitch. He's 100% a little bitch.
He went to go get backup,
I
Jeremy. He's like,
logged
I
in.
need Damian Priest. I need Damian Priest to help me. Jeremy is after me, dude. I need backup. So
he's gonna probably get more people. I don't need anybody. I'm just gonna come kick him in the head, end his career, and that's gonna be that. I'm taking shots at him in headlines and everything. He's still running scared.
It's wrestling. You're supposed to protect your partner in there. So no kick, no head.
We don't need Edge, man. We just. I saw like Kate. Completely remove her from the show.
Bad move.
Oh, after the first round.
Kick me off first.
There we go.
Yeah.
After the first round, we have Kate, who's probably in the negatives now after all the mutes and removals. Reg has 8. Will has 8. Phil has 7. We don't have any sponsors, but guys, you can leave super chats, you can leave humper chats, you can do all that stuff. We won't read them during the show, but after the show, after the main portion is wrapped up, we'll go through all of them, read them, support us, support Fightful Overbooked, so I can start paying people more money when it comes to this stuff. I would like to do that. I would also like to make more myself. I need to give Will some money because he's carrying this channel right now, honestly. But I can't do that unless you guys send super chats. So do that, okay? Yell at everybody. That's the end of the first round. Those were the scores. Here we go.
You can put
round
Kate
2.
back in the middle.
Oh,
you want Kate back in the middle? There we go.
Nice switch.
Oh, I forgot I can do that too. Look. Oh, what?
Whoa.
Did everybody just logged in? Oh my gosh.
Jeez Louise.
that's what happens when
push-
you have a show full of Fightful people, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who logs in though, because like Jensen can log in, and like when we do our show, he just doesn't log in. He's like, "Hey, can you send me the StreamYard link?" You have access. Will is over here telling me, "Hey, can I get humper chat stuff?" Like Cynthia's like, "You have access to all this stuff, Will."
It kicks me out for whatever reason every time. It annoys the hell out of me. At least like once every 2 months. I'm logged in now, but every few months I get kicked out.
Pusher Barry, we're gonna go back to WWE because Reg, you love it, and I feel like Reg, this is another person that you love. Cody Rhodes, 1 month into his WWE run, are you pushing or burying the booking of Cody Rhodes 1 month in, Reg?
Bored as fuck. I could never be more. I couldn't be more bored watching a man play a parody of himself. This is like the greatest definition of he's back and for nothing. This is I know everything that Cody Rhodes wants, and I'm happy that he's paying tribute to Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Great tribute, but this is just god awful. It shows what WWE is. It's just a machine show. Insert talent in here, say these words, hit your mark, stand on your X, let your pyro go off, walk down there, say these words that are boring as fuck, have these boring matches, all these boring angles. Oh, Rollins wears a good suit. Who cares? I don't care anymore. He's dripped. The suits are terrible. This is all terrible. Two guys in just suits. Who cares? Look, I couldn't be more bored watching a guy walk through this thing. We know where this is all leading to me not watching the show anymore. Fucking awful shit. Oh my god. I can't. I can't.
This man is Silky Johnson over.
I can't. I cannot.
Hate.
I cannot. Thumbs down. Wish I had more hands so I can give this 4 thumbs down, dude. What is going on here? Like, you were doing so many innovative and great things in the other company, and then you get over here, and then it's just like, I mean, like he was trying at least. Like when he did a promo, the whole timeline was talking about it, good or bad. Over here, it's just like he's back to, yeah. I mean, a lot of bad, but over here, it's just like he's another WWE superstar. Cool. He's bringing back the Winged Eagle belt. Oh, cool. Oh, my God. Who cares, dude?
Kate, you seem very perturbed by Reg's assessment of Cody Rhodes.
Of course. As WWE is my lifeblood. I hate this gimmick so much. This is the greatest thing in the history of the world. When somebody comes back and gives an initial promo that's like, I'm going after my dad's legacy and I'm going to win the belt he never won, the next logical step is for that guy to be in a drawn-out feud with someone who is nowhere near that belt and not even on the same show as that guy. I don't understand what Reg isn't getting about this. Where is the disconnect for Reg? I don't understand. You can't hotshot someone to the title. Isn't that what you AEW Galaxy people are complaining about when these new guys come in, Reg? Isn't that the case? You can't hotshot him.
On here.
You give him you say, I'm coming after that title, and then you wait 6 months until no one cares, and then you do that. And while that's happening, your golden boy that you have on the rise, who should probably dethrone Roman, is getting touched by horny druids on NXT. So, see, you just don't understand, I think, how it works.
Well, you're going to push or bury Cody Rhodes' use in the first month.
Okay, I will go the other direction. I'm going to push. I feel like
push.
Cody's run here has actually been fairly solid, and I actually think that where it took the turn this past Monday was exactly where it needed to go. That Cody has so far been kind of just happy to be here, happy to be back, dude, in a suit. But I feel like what I like about Cody so far is he doesn't feel like anything else WWE has. He feels very authentically Cody still, in a way where everybody else does feel like manufactured. And it was like we've all kind of been waiting since he debuted back in WWE to see that moment where he does finally snap, and he did, where things kind of get personal. Like with Seth Rollins, it's been like, hey, we had a great match at WrestleMania and I respect you. And it's like, that's cool, but I want this to eventually go somewhere. And it did finally. Seth said the words that made Cody want to take this personal, and now it's a personal feud, and we're getting to see more passion and emotion from Cody. I think that him having the long-term goal of the WWE Championship is actually really appealing in a way where nobody else seems to have that goal at all. Nobody has a goal for the championship in the company, and everybody's just happy to exist. And it is nice to see Cody Rhodes come in here and actually declare, I want the WWE Championship. I'm on a path for the WWE Championship, and I want that. And my roadblock right now is Seth Rollins, who just keeps winning these matches even though I beat him. I like what Cody's been doing, and he feels like a breath of fresh air in a company that doesn't.
Phil, push or bury?
I'm going to push because I feel like what Cody is doing is at least interesting. This might be unpopular, but I feel like what he's doing right now is more interesting than what he was doing for the last few months with AEW, because
Unpopular, Phil.
it was stop and start. It was like, what was his goal towards the end of his time at AEW? Right now, he at least has a motivation to go for the title. He's at least trying to make that title matter, which nobody even talks about because it's being handcuffed by that other guy on the other channel. And I feel like the most thing that's stopping him right now is the fact that there's no title on Raw. If there was a title on Raw, I feel like what he would be doing would feel even better. And Seth should have won at Royal Rumble. Let's just say it. If Seth was champion right now, this all would make even more sense because he would be going for the title. And I don't know. I feel like Seth is kind of in the same place where Cody is, where they're just kind of running in place because there's no title on their show.
This is kind of feels like what Cody did to himself in AEW. It didn't mean anything because he booked himself to not be in the world title picture. He did that to himself. That's the reason that he had no direction,
Reg,
because he did it to himself.
No, Reg, he had to leave the place. Sometimes, you gotta go away to see what you were missing and come back.
Don't know what you got till it's gone. Me right here.
Come on,
Phil.
man.
You people are complaining about
You
WWE.
people, what is
Whoa,
what?
hold on a minute. It's Grapsity.
Y'all are out. You people
Reel it
are out here
in.
complaining about, oh, Cody's not doing anything. He's happy-go-lucky, happy to be here. But yet you love CM Punk's return. Okay, that's all CM Punk did for months. Cody's only done it. At least he had a clear motivation to start. CM Punk was out here like an SNL host for the first 3 months of his AEW return until the MJF feud.
I don't
Eddie
know. I
Kingston.
think if Eddie Kingston came and beat the ever-loving dog crap out of Cody Rhodes, some people would be a little
We'd
more.
love it.
Oh, the Eddie Kingston feud. That was still months. That was November.
Well,
August
maybe if
is when he
Cody
came back.
takes a 7-year hiatus and comes back, it'll feel a little more authentic.
Thank you.
How many years is 2016 to 2022?
Oh,
6
no,
years.
no, come on, because he's not. It's not
6-year
like Cody
hiatus.
did. It's not like Cody like disappeared. And
CM Punk
came
didn't
back.
disappear. He was getting his
No,
ass kicked in
hold on,
UFC.
no, 'cause
He's going to
Cody-
be backstage.
No,
He
because like.
lost
Shut the Because like Cody, like it'd be one thing if like he came back like smoke and mirrors, right? But like he came back literally just doing the same character he was doing on the other show just here. And like that's the thing that people like about it. They like that, like this is what I've been saying on Grapsity, that an NXT call-up is the worst thing that could happen to you, right? You want to have full control over your character, go to AEW, because then at that point you have full leverage. Obviously you'll get to keep your theme music, you'll get to keep your name, you'll get to keep your gimmick, everything you could possibly want to keep about yourself. You have way more leverage with AEW than you do getting called up from NXT. Roderick Strong.
1 million people don't watch the other show. Almost, half the audience don't watch the other show. They didn't know what Cody was doing these past 6 years.
Maybe,
Completely
but-
new person, Will.
Maybe.
I'm not mad at it. I'll take that.
Maybe. I just feel like at least with Cody right now, I feel like he feels like a babyface. A lot of other babyfaces on Raw are just kind of there. Like, Bobby is a babyface, but he's only a babyface because Almost turned on him. Like, he doesn't have any other real
Oh, they're not
character
confident
traits.
in that either. Those fake reactions they keep putting in for Bobby
they're bad.
specifically.
They're so bad.
Like, it's so bad.
It's like they were like, here's this new cool entrance from Bobby Lashley, and then the piped in crowd noise comes in. It's like,
fucking
how cool
hair
is this
dry-
with you?
They just turn up the hair dryer to max when Bobby
Right,
comes
yeah.
out.
So bad. It's so bad for Ronda too. Oh my god. It's so bad. I will honestly say, I feel like if Cody was on a 2-hour show, for some reason this whole thing would feel more important. I think part of it is that like the importance of this being in the context of 2.5 hours worth of like kind of meaningless nonsense makes this really kind of get dragged down. Like I feel like this is the most fresh thing that they have going, but it's like when it feels like you're doing homework to get there, it doesn't feel like this is fun or important when it's not for the title.
Right, and when they have like going along with the 3-hour thing, when there's 4 different segments of this same feud, it gets like, okay, well, I've seen this 12 times already. You know what I mean? It starts to get overbooked, as some would say.
that's why I like that they finally like did something different this past Monday. Now it has me feeling like, what's the next pay-per-view? Hell in a Cell, because I don't think it's done
WrestleMania rehash.
Yeah, I don't think it's done at I don't think this is done at Backlash, which it's got to be interesting for Cody in that in AEW he didn't face the same person more than I think Malachi Black and Andrade are the two people that he faced like twice. But beyond
Sammy like 13 times.
Oh yeah, and Sammy, and then QT Marshall as well. But like for the most part, his major feuds like MJF was one and done. Jericho was one.
Will, you were just like, I don't think he faced it, and then we rattled off 5 names that he faced. Like,
and Darby. He faced Darby more than once.
Yeah. Will's still muted.
I love it.
I could I could unmute myself. I'm logged in. My point here, though, was that he has now gone on this like. It's so weird. All the things he would like criticize WWE about, he'd be like, "Oh, constant rematches, all this other shit." And yet, this is a guy who went back to the company that has him doing house show tours, working literally the same match over and over and over and over. I would bet you that this goes to Hell in a Cell inside Hell in a Cell, and if it does so, then that's 3 pay-per-views against the same person. And it just feels like, I don't know, I obviously he faced like 5 or 6 people more than once, but I feel like it was over an amount of time and not just like in a back-to-back repeated program the way this has been.
Yeah, because he saw the light at WWE. That's how you do things.
Well, you know where Hell in a Cell is, right, though? It's in Chicago.
It's in
Are you giving Phil the chance to see Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes in Hell in a Cell in Chicago? I'll take it.
What are you doing with these Chicago shows, and how do you guys keep getting so many, dude?
I put the call out. I'm tired of all this New York love. I'm tired of all this, Southern love. Chicago is the mecca of pro wrestling, man.
Okay,
it
is. Is it Raw going to be the Bulls and the Blackhawks? So it's
that's
fine.
true. The Bulls are not there; they're at home. So
I was going to say though, Raw's going to be at the United Center. I feel like if there's one to hit, I feel like it's WWE's return to the United Center for the first time in 27 years. 28 years. 28 years.
Why are you trying to get me to go watch Raw? What are you
yeah, that's mean.
The United Center. That's a big deal. Like you were at Punk's return at the United Center. You're gonna be
those are vastly different things.
Forbidden Door. Why wouldn't you go to WWE's first United Center show? It's the largest arena in the United States of America.
You're gonna be at Lashley and Omos's pose off. They're gonna pose in the ring.
Come on, man.
I thought I was supposed to be the WWE Homer gimmick. Are you kidding me? WWE coming back to the United Center with piped-in crowd noise being a big deal. It doesn't matter the size of the arena you go to if you're controlling the crowd reactions. You're going to drown out the CM Punk chants, which is the best part of them going back to the United Center.
Man. They're Hell in a Cell, Seth Rollins versus Cody. They're going to cut to me in the crowd doing a whole whoa. Come on, man. It's 3 matches, man. Make it a trilogy.
That's hilarious.
Next topic on Push It, Barry, Speedball Mike Bailey, Alex Shelley rematch this weekend at Impact Under Siege. I should remember the name of the show. They wrestled at Impact Multiverse of Matches, solo show on that night. Are you pushing or burying Speedball and Shelley stealing the show once again at Impact Under Siege? Phil?
I'm going to push because Speedball is the man right now. He's killing it everywhere he goes.
All right. Will?
I'm gonna push simply because these two deliver so well match wise. But I feel like Impact's amount of special shows are incredibly confusing, and they've got like way too many in a short amount of time. Rebellion was 2 weeks ago. Look, Rebellion was 2 weeks ago.
Rebellion was 2 weeks ago.
They need more.
What is Impact for then? Like, I don't understand.
Impact is paying your bills.
Not yet. Send the fucking check. Listen, we're going to me now, Jeremy. It's Impact Wrestling. Come on. They got the heat. They are
Jeremy
going
is
back
Rick
to
Knox.
back to
Get
back to back
control.
to back with the heat. Rebellion was a great show. So what do? You go back and do it again. Speedball Mike Bailey is the wrestler of the year, and he exists in the universe with Bryan Danielson regular match all time. Speedball has been on an incredible run. I saw him in like 6 amazing matches WrestleMania weekend. Every company that he's in, he tears it up. Show he's on, he's the match of the night, and that's been going for like 2 months straight, and he's on like 4 shows a week. This guy's incredible in the ring. Alex Shelley is a legendary figure, TNA Impact. He's been around for a long time. He's also been having a great, incredible run recently with a lot of young, up-and-coming independent wrestlers. So it only makes sense that the two of these guys are getting together and having great matches. This match is going to be amazing. Under Siege is going to be amazing. You guys should watch Impact Wrestling tomorrow night, AXS TV. It's just a great show. You guys are just being big haters. They should have a weekly show. No, honestly, they should do more of these shows, because the biggest issue that Impact has is that people don't care about the tape shows. So the more live shows that they have, more viewers you get.
That's another thing that's changed in Reg's arc over the last 8 months is like, I just want to pull up the clip of him talking about, don't nobody watch that show. Talking about
That is another. Now I'm like, everybody watch Impact.
Tried to do
WWE
weekly
Smack.
pay-per-views. That was how they were founded, is weekly pay-per-views. Kate,
Boom.
you pushing or burying
I'm-
Speedball and Shelley stealing the show?
I'm pushing it because, as you guys know, being a part of the WWE universe, I love rematches. They're the greatest thing in the history of the world.
Don't do that, Kate.
On a sincere note, I'm very much looking forward to this. I think it will steal the show, and I think part of what's in Speedball's arsenal right now is his creative offense, and rematches are a lot more fun when you can show me something I didn't just see and the story is evolving in a really cool way. And I think both of them are capable of that. But I think Speedball's strength is how creative he is in his offense. I feel like Bowens is that way. Like, there are people that just always manage to show me something completely different than I've seen. So I think it'll be the most sports entertaining match on the show.
I think you're all forgetting that Josh Alexander and someone here, Ishii, is on this show. That's going
Ooh.
to fucking rule.
Yes.
Final topic on Push or Bury. Bullet Club is back across many different promotions. Going back to Bullet Club for New Japan, you pushing or burying this idea, Phil?
Which one? The actual Bullet Club in New Japan, or this faux Bullet Club that they have on WWE at the moment?
I don't care about the WWE. We're not talking about that. I
Yes, we
like
are.
that. No, Kate can mention that
Only
if she
one
would
that
like. But
matters.
Bullet Club being, a power once again in New Japan after, for a while there, they were on the back burner.
Yeah, I mean, look, it got a little dicey for a minute. You had Dick Togo coming out choking people with wire. You had the evil stuff. You had it was getting a little dicey there. But I feel like this year they've gotten a lot better. I feel like kicking Tom out was very interesting. That brought my attention back right away. And then now you've got Jay White back in Japan challenging for the title again, and he made a lot of solid points. If his point is, no, I need to remind you guys who I am, like, no, I headlined the show at Madison Square Garden. I am the first Grand Slam champion. I've done everything. Pay attention to me now. And I've beat Okada before. I can beat him again. So, no, it makes sense. I also like that throughout the show they did nods to Bullet Club's history with everything they did. I mean, every single attack was related to another attack that was done throughout Bullet Club history. I thought it was a very clever way to bring them back.
Well, push or burying Bullet Club reigning once again in Japan.
I think that the Juice Robinson induction into the group was definitely intriguing, and I think that that probably sparked a lot of interest in a group that a lot of people have been kind of asking, why are we still doing this? It's 2022. But look, I know that Phil had his points about the WWE thing, but like, Bullet Club is still everywhere. Like, you can look across all promotions, and yeah, Bullet Club influence still exists across the world. I've talked to people who don't even like know, because their only like knowledge of Bullet Club is really like stuff that they just kind of like absorbed from WWE, and they're like, oh, Bullet Club, that's Anderson Gallows and AJ Styles. But like, the Elite only exists because of the Bullet Club, and like at this point, the Elite is still a dominant force, right? They're the Impact, New Japan, WWE is even still trying to play Bullet Club stuff. Bullet Club is still a force, right? But like I do think that I agree with what Phil said. There was some revitalization the group needed, and I think kicking out the last two original members, and then I think Jay White has been great as a leader. I'm all for Bullet Club stuff right now.
Reg?
Yeah, I'm big push on this. Just I think the engagement that New Japan has gotten in the last since they did the reunion has been something that they've needed. They've needed kind of a shot in the arm. It feels like, because American fans want something to kind of grab onto, and I think Bullet Club is a great way for American fans to kind of feel they have a thing, a part of New Japan. They still need to relax on the banning and all the stuff that they do with social media of people trying to show their videos, but I think they are definitely recovering, and this is a great way to get people who have kind of maybe soured on not just Bullet Club but New Japan in general and not knowing what's going on there. I think this is a great way to bring a lot of them back, and just like Will said, Bullet Club's influence is legit all over, not just those three companies he mentioned. Like almost every wrestling company has some kind of Bullet Club influence. One wrestler's over here doing stuff. They are all over the place. They are going to continue to capitalize on a pretty big brand that they have.
And Kate?
I think it was really selfless of AJ Styles and Finn Balor to rejuvenate the Bullet Club and the entire. I can't. It's gross. It feels so gross. I can't even.
Come on, you sound like somebody on Twitter. Come on, somebody on Twitter is saying the exact thing right now.
I'm gonna change my handle to like Kate Hart Bullet Club 4792 bunch.
You are a bot. Like
you got to put a Roman Abby up and then like change it to like Kate WWE or something like that.
Yeah, WWE. For life. Sincerely though, I think Juice Robinson is a really great addition, and to Reg's point, just to capitalize on that too, I was going to say similar of like New Japan has needed such a shot in the arm between the injuries that they've had, between the visas being held up, with everything with COVID. Like I think it makes so much sense to go back to something that's tried and true, and I know people are like tired of it kind of, but like at the end of the day, it's a stable that you can tell stories with that span multiple promotions and has such a deep-seated meaning in themselves. I think you're going to have a lot of people tuning into New Japan for the first time at the Forbidden Door. Why not go back to the thing that is kind of like the hallmark of your identity over, like, God, just decades at this point. So I think it makes all of the sense in the world. I'm willing to see where it goes. I feel like from about the Evil title reign to now, it's just been in a really, really rough place. And I think maybe we're going to start to turn a corner on that, because there's just so many exciting possibilities with cross promotion with this pay-per-view. And I think that gives something really nice for Juice Robinson to do in the process too.
You made good points, but you also lose points because you broke the bit. And as someone who appreciates commitment to the bit, I just can't tolerate that.
Yeah. You know, Jeremy loves the bits. Jeremy's all about the bits. Come on,
I know. Right. I'm ashamed of myself, to be honest.
At the end of Pusher Berry, the scores are Reg in the lead with 22, Phil in second with 19, Will with 18, and no surprise, Kate has been eliminated.
Give me a 5-point gap or a 6-point gap.
No,
Jeez.
Kate, you're still the best. You're still my favorite Twitter. That gift battle we had on NXT a couple weeks ago was so ridiculous. And,
it was the only good part of NXT.
Honestly, I mean, it is what it is. Look, I'm not trying to say it. I'm trying to be. No, I'm keeping up with the bit. WWE sucks. They're the worst. They're awful.
Thank you. Yeah.
Kate, do you have anything to plug?
I do. Actually, I have a few things to plug. Every Tuesday, doing the Sour Grabs post show, more sour by the week. Wednesdays at Mark Order Pod, where we talk all things All Elite. Fridays, AEW Rampage and SmackDown post show back on Fightful YouTube. But I'll also be returning to the Excite commentary desk this Saturday. You can follow along on Twitch because it's wrestling. It's of course spelled with an X, not an E. You can look it up on there. And if you follow me on my Twitter at Miss Kate Fabe, all of what I just said will be in a nice little graphic, so it makes it easier. And
Kate with a go ahead.
Keep that same energy, you know.
Kate with a 44-minute podcast.
Get her out.
Okay, with a 44-minute podcast, the shortest podcast she's ever done on any platform ever by about 2 hours.
She's like, I have an hour and a half to spare. What am I supposed to do? I set aside all this time.
Guys, reminder, send your super chats, send your humper chats. We'll read them at the end of the show. We're going to get into Take Your Pick. First one. Choose one person from Malcolm Bivens / Stokely Hathaway to manage in the entire wrestling world. You can go any company, you can go anywhere. One person that Stokely Hathaway you'd like to see him paired up with. Phil.
Right on the spot. Straight away, if you're going to move him to AEW, I think that it makes the most sense to put him with a tag team, and it's just something about him with Private Party that seems like it fits. I would love it. That would be a great way to go back to the stuff that Leo was starting to do and get them out of that 360 deal that he's in with HFO, AFO, and get these guys on the track to being tag champions.
Well,
I am actually gonna go with Powerhouse. In that I think Hobbs is actually a great talker, and when he does get to talk on his own, it goes well. But I think that almost the perfect contrast to who Hobbs is somebody like Stokely, who can kind of turn it around, provide a little bit of humor, and then on top of that, then you have Hobbs as force that would just come in and kick some ass. Like, I absolutely believe that is a powerhouse combination.
And Reg.
I wrote an article on Wrestle Talk. Everybody saw it. Stokely Hathaway was put
cheating
on this earth. He was birthed on this earth to be the manager of Jade Cargill. I know what everyone is saying. Everyone loves what Smart Mark's doing, but you don't even know what you are going to experience. If you know anything about Stokely Hathaway, how he pushes, how he works, how he goes for his clients, he needs to be the manager of Jade Cargill. I don't care about anything else in the world. Him as the manager of Jade Cargill and the Baddies is the only way to go. You see him on Twitter. You know how he gets down. He's going to sell these women more than anyone ever in the world could. He was put on earth to manage Jade Cargill. It has to happen. Has to. I don't care. Has to.
Take your pick. New Japan, AEW, Forbidden Door coming up. You only get one of these matches. Do you want Omega versus Ibushi, or Punk and Danielson against Tanahashi and Okada? You only get one. Will?
I would go with Omega and Ibushi, mainly just because I need to free up Tanahashi for other things. And so, in my mind, so the best option for me is Omega and Ibushi.
Reg?
I would also go with Omega and Ibushi because I think that tag match is incredible. But like I've been saying for a million years, Kenta has been wanting this CM Punk match so bad, more than any of the matches that are going to be booked. He's the one that's been on a weekly basis saying, I want to fight CM Punk for so long. So yeah, I think that would happen. I don't think Kenny Omega is going to be there, but if there was an option to get Kenny Omega on the card, a match with Ibushi would be amazing anyway. So having that main event would be incredible.
And Phil.
I'm going to go with the tag match because it doesn't seem like the Omega match is possible because that man is going through 6 injuries and he just wants to rest. Let this man rest. So the tag match seems more feasible. And it seems like Tanahashi's got a match coming up, but I'll take this match regardless.
That tag match is a fire idea though, Jeremy. I just would like to say out loud.
Honestly, I feel like they got to do some stuff in the Dynamite build-ups, and you're going to have these guys here for quite some time. I feel like there's some other stuff you can do to really sell people on the idea. Maybe anybody who's on the fence, do some Dynamite matches.
Mm-hmm.
I think the tag match, because I kind of think Punk is winning at Double or Nothing. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if they're going to do champion versus champion. Just do a tag match between 4 guys who everybody likes. You can protect your champions and something like that. But we shall see. Last one. I have no idea if you guys are Star Wars fans. If not, this will be even better. But take your pick. It is May the 4th. Favorite Star Wars movie. Reg, you look scared, so I'll throw it to you first.
Jar Jar Binks Anonymous, the third Star Wars movie. I have no idea. I mean, Return of the Sith Lord, something. I don't know. What's today? I have no idea. Lando Calrissian's Expeditions is something. I don't.
Lando Calrissian Expedition sounds like a Disney ride. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man. I've never seen it.
Like, I feel like there's like a long recording of Billy D somewhere of him explaining like where do you go for refreshments after you get out of the ride and everything. Like, what is this?
Phil, do you have a favorite Star Wars film?
Favorite Star Wars movie. I'm just gonna go out of recent ones. I think Rogue One is probably my favorite out of more recent ones. Rogue One is awesome. What do you mean?
No. You stole my answer. That was what
Yeah.
I was going to say.
I
had
was laughing at
You looked at me like I said something bad or something.
I know. I was like, man, I had the whole thing prepared where I was going to be like, here's a unique answer.
Yeah.
Rogue One.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rogue One. Out of all of the stuff they've done with the Disney Star Wars movies, that's my favorite one. So I'm gonna go with that one.
And Will, would you like to copy Phil's answer?
No, because like I said, because I thought somebody here was gonna go with the stereotypical answer of saying Empire Strikes Back because that is the best Star Wars movie. But I figured somebody would say that, and then I'd be like, well, I'm gonna go out of the box and say Rogue One because Rogue One is not in the main line, but it is it's still an excellent Star Wars movie that focuses on some great side characters, and I guess it's been 6 years since the movie came out. Everybody fucking dies, and so that's actually really
Everybody dies.
So it's
cool
Donnie Yen in the Star Wars movie. How was I not going to pick it?
But that said, I do think that Empire Strikes Back is the quintessential Star Wars movie. I think it was kind of the first of its kind when you think about movies that didn't necessarily have a happy ending, and had the biggest plot twist in the history of movies, that introduced us to "No, Luke, I'm your father," and that's an iconic moment that people still talk about to this day. You have Han Solo getting frozen in carbonite. Like, there's so many things about, and of course the famous line right before that happens of "I love you, I know." Like, there's no bigger Star Wars movie than Empire Strikes Back. It is the perfect sequel, and I think it is the perfect Star Wars movie. But I will say that came out before I was born, so Rogue One is definitely the one I had the most fun watching in my lifetime.
I like that Reg was not a Star Wars fan.
I don't know anything you guys just said right now.
I've told Will off mic that I feel like there are several things that we go on tangents about, and Reg would be sitting there like, why are we talking about this? What is this doing on our podcast? Get this the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you, man, when we do the Grapsity Power Rangers episode, it's going to be lit. And Reg is just gonna be...
I'm into like the first season and Tommy and shit. It'll work out. I'll do some research.
After 3 rounds, we must bid Phil adieu. Reg has 27. Will has 26. Phil with 24. Phil, do you have anything to plug? Anything to say?
24, man. That's the number. That's the number of this month, man. 24. Yeah, I just did an article on Bleacher Report for Bullet Club's impact on wrestling. Please go look that up. Do not tweet me about it. I don't care about your opinions. Leave me alone.
Yes.
No, but seriously, go check that out. Of course, then I have Grapsity on Saturdays with these two guys at noon Eastern. Go make sure to check that out.
Phil, appreciate you joining us. Everyone go check out the work on Bleacher Report. Always watch Grapsody at 12 o'clock, noon Eastern on Saturdays. We're here for the final showdown between best friends, bitter enemies.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to be the showdown. I've been preparing for this.
You guys don't know the topics, though, so no. I'm excited. First one, and I will let you go first, Will, since Reg is the defending, reigning champion. Who loses first, Roman Reigns or Jade Cargill?
Roman Reigns technically loses first on the technicality that I think he loses the WWE Championship without losing the Universal title, and I think they'll cheat him that way or through some Money in the Bank cash in. So on that technicality, I think Roman loses first, but I think that's a toughie, man. But again, like I said, on that technicality. But I don't know. I don't ever see Jade losing. Like, honestly, to me, I feel like I said this at the time when Andrew Zarian, shout out Andrew, first put out the rumor that the TBS title was coming. I tweeted that belt is for Jade Cargill. I don't think it exists for any other reason. I don't think Tony has anything else in mind other than this belt exists to give Jade an accessory to be able to come out and be undefeated and have something to put on the line in the process. So, I don't know. I guess the answer to me is Roman.
Reg, who loses first, Roman or Jade?
Loses what is the question? A match or just like, no, I think Roman Reigns isn't going to lose a match until they finally get Dwayne Johnson to come and show up. But Dwayne Johnson's never going to show up. So Roman Reigns is going to stay. I think Roman Reigns is going to beat Bruno Sammartino's reign of they're trying to put this guy out there. I think Jade Cargill's shoulders will be pinned to the mat before Roman Reigns loses both of those titles. I think Jade's on a trajectory to, be great and live greatness. But honestly, in pro wrestling, these undefeated streaks can only go so far, and I think it's going to come to a time where she needs to lose a match, and it's not going to hurt her at all. It's actually going to help her. I think losing, it's going to be like one of those MMA things. A guy wins a bunch of matches, then he loses, and then he comes back stronger than ever. I think exactly is what's going to happen with Jade Cargill.
Give him the points of Reg because we're not doing technicalities, Will. Can't do a technicality.
It's literally a technicality. Roman's gonna lose the WWE Championship.
Make a pick. Don't go technicality. Make a pick.
Technicalities. That's why you got to watch the show. Your little bit of research. Jeremy has a couple things. You got to know what he likes.
AEW reportedly a reality show, some type of new show is coming to TBS. Pitch me on an AEW reality show involving whoever you would like doing whatever they would like, Reg.
Woo! Okay, you threw me for a loop there. AEW reality show. I would think I would just kind of do what they do on Being the Elite. I think a lot of what happened, a lot of what they kind of put over on Being the Elite translate to the show, and a lot of people I see online say, I don't watch Being the Elite. I don't even pay attention to that. I just watch what happens on Dynamite. And I think if they have like a bigger platform, put this show on TBS, it'll bring in a lot more fans. A guy like John Silver does like incredible things on Being the Elite, so I think he needs to be featured in the show because a lot of things that translate over to Being the Elite are going to translate to the fans if they just see it with their eyes. So I think pretty much just put Being the Elite on the show as the reality show. You already got a built-in fan base. You already got a built-in format of show. So there you go.
Will, pitch me your AEW reality show.
All right. Jade Cargill
I'm
exists.
in. All right, you got my ratings already.
Does Jade Cargill exist?
Give him the point, Jeremy. I fucked this one up. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Easy as that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sold. I'm watching. I don't know what she's doing or what's happening, but I'm tuned in every Wednesday or whenever it's on. So there's that.
The correct answer is obviously, Will does get the point, but the correct answer is obviously Sammy and Ty, just their reality show to rival Corey and Carmella.
Oh, no. Just another horny TV show for two couples to just be horny the whole time.
They just do that on TV. They don't need a reality show for it. They're just doing it on TV. All right.
Nice move, Will. Good move. Great
1-1. Last one here. We're going to move away from wrestling. NBA title favorite. Right now, who do you have winning the championship? Will Washington.
The Golden State Warriors, which I know I obviously that's Reg's team, for two reasons. One, I think that they in the series with the Grizzlies right now, they're in the driver's seat. They did take away one at home, and I think when you look at what Poole's doing, when you look at what Curry's doing, when you look at what Thompson's doing, it's they are just another worldly team when it comes to the NBA playoffs. Second reason is because I have a thing where when my team gets eliminated, I root for the team that beat them just so I can at least say that we lost to the eventual winner. So therefore, the Nuggets being eliminated to me says Golden State has to go all the way. The Suns didn't do it last year, and I was pissed. But the Lakers did it the year before, so this is what we do. We lose to winners.
Reg, who's your pick to win the NBA title?
Milwaukee Bucks going back-to-back, bro. Giannis is unreal. I think he's going to continue to excel, and I think that as the playoffs get deeper, he's going to get hotter, and there's just going to be no way to stop him. The things that he's doing on the court is like, it's like make a more giant LeBron James or something, and like I think things that he's doing are unbelievable. I was very nervous watching that Warriors game last night. I'm like, I don't know, things are looking tough out here, and I don't know if the Warriors are going to have enough for Giannis. Honestly, that's pretty much it. Milwaukee Bucks are going to back-to-back. Giannis is going to get another award. Big, tall guy, great guy.
Phil's hanging out backstage. I'm gonna bring him on. Phil, who are you picking to win the NBA title?
The Bucks.
Man, I guess it all depends because do we know when Book is going to be back for Phoenix?
Book's back! Get out of here, Phil! He's
There
been
you
back
go.
since
See what
last
you're
round!
doing here. Oh, come on.
He's been back.
Suns are going to be tough, though.
Suns are
Definitely.
gonna be very tough. Middleton's injury is a tough one. You both make compelling arguments. I am gonna award this to Will Washington, who is dethroned Reg. Because I'm with him on the Warriors, even though they lost last night, and John Morant was incredible.
But I should get the points because I live in Oakland, California, where the Warriors are. He used my answer, so I still win. Thank you.
You can come back and you guys can defend this title as a tag team championship.
Yeah.
Like the Freebird rule with the pillar to post championship. Reg, would you like to say anything before I give
yes,
Will his
of course.
FaceTime?
Honestly, there wouldn't be a better person to defeat me for this pillar to post title. Look at him with the title. It's Righteous Reg, Media Man. I'm in the building. Listen to Blackpool Combat Club. Go to righteousreg.bandcamp.com. Download regular every Saturday. Check out The Boys on Fightful, Grapsity. Check out some articles I just wrote on Wrestle Talk. I've been doing a lot of really fun stuff over there. So yeah, it's me. Appreciate y'all. Great shit.
Thank you, Reg. Will, it is all you. The floor is yours.
Hold on. You know what? Tag team title. Hold on. Give me a second.
Oh my God! Look at all those belts. Will has.
Gold. Damn it.
All right, it is all you, Will. FaceTime it is all you. Discuss whatever you want. Plug whatever you want. Say whatever you want. The floor is.
First off, the champ is here, baby. This is my favorite of my belts. Actually, I take that back. The Universal title is, the Undisputed. But hey, everybody, thank you for being here on this edition of Pillar to Post. It was exciting to be here. It was exciting to be a part of it, and I'm glad to have dethroned one of my favorite people in the world, Mr. Righteous Reg, who I host with every Saturday on Grapsity. It's funny that the last three people got to make the same plug, but I am going to make this plug, ladies and gentlemen. Every Saturday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, Grapsity, youtube.com/Fightful. Also, follow me if you're not following me already. You see my name down there. It's William RBR. And also, I host Day After Dynamite right here on Fightful Overbooked, which is youtube.com/Fightful Overbooked. You know that because you're here. I host that every single Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. That is 1 p.m. Pacific. I talk all things Dynamite and the news that followed in the day after. This past week, I actually had on Righteous Reg. This week, I got my homegirl Keeks, who just messaged me saying, hey, are we still on for tomorrow? And if you're watching this, yes. If not, I'm going to respond to that shortly and say the same thing. But check it out. Again, that is at youtube.com/Fightful Overbooked. Day After Dynamite. I'll actually be hosting it tomorrow.
Will is so funny, dude.
Well, how are your mentions? I feel like you owe us how your mentions are.
It has the 20+ next to it right now.
Oh, okay, so it's bad out there.
Yeah.
It's
bad out there.
It's that number where, again, I just have to click and then keep clicking the expand. So we'll see how that goes.
We got some super chats and a big humper chat to read. Kate says rigged. Not at all. Definitely did not rig this
You know
at all.
what's going on here? You knew you were coming in as the jobber, Kate.
JJ says, loving the Impact talk. It's the best. We're an Impact channel now. All of a sudden.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Watch more Impact, man. Pay that $99 or $4.99.
Yeah.
JJ says, Kate here to lose just like Marvel's. Yep. Just out here just putting over the better talent. That's all it is. And Mark Quill says, hello, this is Super Chat Money. Much respect. Appreciate you, Mark. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for a very active chat. The chat is always active on the show. Appreciate you guys always chiming in and everything. And we got a big super chat from our guy, Drew Nicholas, who says, here's monies for you. You deserve it. Rhapsody Gang and Kate are the perfect addition to the show. I wish there was a podcast of all you people every week. There is. We're always on all of this stuff. Rhapsody
every
every
podcast
Saturday
with the three of us. What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And what people don't see is on the Grapsody podcast is I'm behind the scenes like 3 out of 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Just showing up because Will needs help with the humper chats. And so I'm just like, hi, I'm here.
He does.
I don't pop myself in. Yeah, I don't pop myself in like I do on Day After Dynamite.
On Day After Dynamite.
Yeah.
You don't pop in on Day After Dynamite.
That's my bit. Just pop in for a second, say hi. Guys, I appreciate you guys doing this for me, for Pillar to Post, for Fightful Overbooked. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And everyone check out Grapsody every Saturday, noon Eastern on Fightful, youtube.com/Fightful. We'll be back with Pillar to Post maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks. I like doing this show. I want to try to keep doing it more and more. Oh, Drew says I meant all you people at the same time. Schedules, Drew. Like, you know how difficult these shows are to book. So behind the scenes stuff. I messaged Reg yesterday. I was like, hey, can you do the show? And I forgot to specify the date. And Reg thought I was talking about like Monday, like in like 2 hours. Got to do the show.
I can't.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I meant like 2 days from now. Will kindly move things around for me to do this. So schedules are tough. Everybody's busy.
Yeah.
We're all exhausted, you know.
Yeah, I'm recording a podcast here in like 10 minutes. So
yeah, so I better let you go. You know, we're all busy people. We all got lives outside of this, and we're all only one of us making CM Punk cry. Guys, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys.